Hello everybody, I'm Welsh Delinquent MJ, and today I'm just going to do a quick run through on how I get my character to attack. And when I say quick, I do mean quick. I have got loads of time, I just don't want to. This will all make sense in a minute. So, as you can see, the arrow follows the mouse. There's a timer up the top left. If the arrow hits a tree, it goes back to the player. If the arrow hits the mouse, it goes back to the player. Or if the arrow hits a rock, it goes back to the player. And this, ignore this for now. um, it doesn't work, as you can see. The reason for that is, I don't know. Yeah, if health equals is less than or equal to, that's probably why it doesn't work actually. Huh. Let me just check this real quick. Boom. Yeah, so this is also letting you know how the arrow works. It follows the mouse around anything it hits, goes back to the player, or if the player just right clicks, it goes back. Yeah. Ah, okay. So that's all it was. Huh. Does work now. Okay. So, how the player shoots. We have, as you just saw, these really disgusting looking attack zones. They should be hidden. So let me just do that now. I forgot to turn them all invisible. But yeah, they're not you don't need them to be visible, but you do need them to be there. Right, so if we just get up all these zones now. The step event for all of them is the same, except these two letters. They change. DW means down, because we're in the attack zone down. And everything in the end step stays the same. Step and create are the only ones that change, but in step it's the last two letters. That DW for left will be L, for right will be R, and for up will be UP. Up. It'll be up. Always capitalize it. That's what I do. In here we're just setting the angle, and let me just get this up. This is the attack zone. Top left is where the player is. But we don't want it facing diagonally. It's just easier to create that way. So we create it diagonally, and then we turn it 45 degrees, so that is but there, and these 2 points go to those corners. But obviously then the box is much larger. It's larger. It's been stretched. So yeah. Then the players about be here, and the hitboxes are coming off fucking mad like that, as you saw. But how we're getting it to do that is, here, we're turning it 45 degrees to make it right. So then it's facing the right. We're adding the 45 degrees to make it face the right, straight away. Every single time, that's what we're doing. And then we're adding 180, you can add or take away, it doesn't make a difference, to make this one left. Look, that's why we're in attack zone L. In down, we're adding 45, then we're taking away 90. We're taking away, because then it's going counterclockwise. Positive numbers clockwise, negative numbers counterclockwise. No. Other way around. Positive numbers are anti-clockwise, negative numbers are clockwise. Yeah. So that's down. Right is just 45. And then up is not 135, it's 45 plus 90. Yeah, and do it like that just to make sure that you have got the 45 there, because then you know it's just 90, 180, and 275 for down. Yeah, you could, instead of minusing 90, just add 270. Is it 270? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Shut up. I'm right. Yep, but that's what you're doing. And then in the step event, I'll just show you in the down one. We're doing global.player attack DW equals 1. Ah, but wait. Wait, I'm skipping ahead. If place meeting, arrow mark. That's this little doohickey. And all this thing does, it has a timer, and it dies. That's all it's made for. And where you place that is here. Wherever we got key attack, which is left mouse. When you press left mouse, you create this arrow mark, so long as there isn't already an arrow in existence, because you can only ever fire one arrow at a time. So that's what these are. You're creating this arrow and you're setting your attack to 20. The reason it's 20 is because each of my animations for attacking is 20 frames. That's how I'm doing it. You don't have to do it. And you set the animation here, whichever way this mark, like, because these are all covering all zones of the screen, so all these attack zones, up, left, right, and down. Whichever one this mark is touching, because it's a 1 pixel by 1 pixel image, tiny, non-existent really. Whichever one is touching, because it can only ever touch one at a time, that's which one of these, which animation I'll play. And that's how we do that. And because my animation, the arrow always leaves the chamber at image 17 and 18, that would be 20. Going all the way down, this would then be 0, and that would be 1, so that would be 2. So that's where the arrow is being created in this, because we said if attack equals 2, we're creating this arrow. And because we're creating the instance, but we're saying arrow equals the instance, arrow is now the instance. The name of this instance is arrow. So, in this step event, we can give that arrow properties like speed, direction, and image angle. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're setting a speed to equal 15. You can change that to be fucking 2 if you wanted to, if you wanted to run quicker than it. It points towards the cursor, and its arrow image angle is the direction, so then it's always facing where it's going. But those arrows, you essentially have a timer and a dead timer. That's to make sure that it doesn't stay out infinitely. You can get rid of that if you wanted to, but yeah. I know it's in a weird order how it's all laid out, why we're removing it up the top and telling it if it's dead at the bottom. That's so. If it dies, it won't be removed until the next frame. Well, at the start of the next frame. So it doesn't do 2 lots of damage, it just does the 1. Does that make sense? Good. Then you have to constantly reset its direction and image angle, but you don't have to reset its speed. Once its speed is set, it's set. So don't worry about that. Hit a wall, if place meeting, like, you know, we're just setting these to dead. If ever timer hits 0, it's dead. If it hits a wall, it's dead. If you press right mouse button, it's dead. And whenever it's dead, where it is, it's creating a return arrow, which only goal of the return arrow is to go back to the player. And once it's at the player, destroy yourself. That's all it is really. Speed set to 15, although we could essentially do that here by giving this a name like, I don't know, Q equals that, and then Q dot speed equals 15. And now in this return arrow, we can just delete this create event, and now all it's doing is going towards the player. That's how my arrows work. That's it. And we're drawing this GUI for the alive timer up in the top left hand corner. So that's just putting it into seconds instead of frames. Right there. Round timer, and that should not just be 0, that should be something like 20 and 20. Yeah. Okay, sorted for the attack. Yeah. That's it. I've got a little bit of time. So, yeah, I think I might show you how this health bar works, if it does indeed. Where'd my arrow go? Huh. My arrow disappeared. Arrow, step, What? Okay, let's... That should have worked, so... Okay. Alright. No, that should have worked. I'm confused. Alright, let's just set speed to equal 15 here instead, then. Maybe I put a capital or something, I don't know. There's so many different things I can mess it up. Yep. Boom. Yeah, no, it works. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Does this health bar work? Yeah. Awesome sauce. So, how this health bar works. Let me just mess about with this for a sec. Let me set that to equal 15 and have the arrow do what goes into 15 3 times? Does anything go to 15 3 times? Oh shit. I don't know. What goes into 12 3 times? 4. Okay, so let's make that equal 4 and give the rock 12 health. Because I want to see what animation it chooses, and I hate debug mode with a passion, with a fucking big passion. Yeah, so I just want to see what animations that chooses. Alright, okay. So yeah, the health system I got. Let's put these back to its default values now. And how it works. Right, so we got this health. This rock. We're giving it health. We're setting its max health, or max H, to equal health in the create event. We're doing all this in the create event so that it's only ever set once. We're just setting it once. Unlike me recording these videos, which I've done 16 times in the last hour. Because I keep on messing up. And then we're setting bar H, which is a quarter. Not a quarter, a fifth. 1/5 full health. Right? And then we're setting H display to equal the health bar. H display, we're just setting its variable so that we can change it later on. And then we're setting DT. DT stands for dead timer. It's when the rock has died. And like, instead of doing that, you could just do say greater than 0, and then you could play an animation, and then when it hits 0, have it, you know, blow up or whatever. So straight away, we're killing off the health bar. In here, it's just got image speed, dead, and timer. You have to set the image speed, otherwise it messes it all up. Dead and timer, naturally. Yeah, so we got, if dead equals 1, and timer equals 0, then kill yourself. So straight away, we're destroying it. The only reason we created it then, is so that it has the name H display. So then we can use it there, but we needed to create it first so that we could run this code, so that this code will run properly. If you don't create it in the create event, you'll always come across a problem here, and the only way I got around it is by creating it in the create event and destroying it straight away before running which image index it should be on. So yeah, and we come across the timer part later. So, right, let's skip to the part where the rock's alive, shall we? If the arrow comes into contact with the rock, give the rock -1 health, or whatever number that is, doesn't matter. Once health is less than or equal to 0, dead timer equals 1. If dead timer equals 1, then the health bar timer equals 5. And you can only ever destroy it if the timer equals 0, right? So if timer is greater than 0, then timer minus equals 1. And the reason we're setting here timer to equal 0 is because we want it to die every frame. The only reason we don't want it to, we want to set that timer there, we could put it to 2 or even 1. But I just wanted to make sure that it, like, I could see that it was dying on its own accord, sort of thing. We're just setting that to make sure that it's alive for 1 frame after this rock is dead, so that it doesn't get recreated by this code here. That's it. That's the only reason we're doing it. Yeah, so this code down here, after it's getting destroyed, is checking to see how much health it has, and then once it's done the check to see how much health it has, if it has any at all, where do I fit in here? How much health do I really have? Do I have full health? Yeah? Okay, cool. Give me full health. Do I have more than 4/5 but less than full? Or do I have more than or equal to 4/5 of my full health? Or do I have but less than full? Yeah? Okay, cool. Do I have less than 4/5 but more than or equal to 3/5? Yeah? Okay, image 2. And then we just carry on like that until you hit 0. Do I have less than a quarter? Less than or equal, more than or equal to 0, or less than 0? If so, yeah, sure, I have no health left. I am on the verge of death. Or, essentially dead. And that's what we're doing here. I don't exactly know how to show that, though. Like, if it does show itself with 0 health or whatever, then, yeah. Lifetime, boom, 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 last hit, boom, there we go. You know, see? And that is a health bar, right there. The only code you need to destroy it, to create it, and to create it. Yep, that's it. That's health bars and attacking, really. Oh shit. I just did that very quick. I wasn't expecting to do it that quick. Let's turn arrow mark visible and see if we really can see it. Because it is just 1 by 1 pixel. And I'm really intrigued. I forget I put that there. Yeah, oh my god, it's tiny. It disappears as soon as the arrow is fired, which is where I wanted. Click. Boom. Boom. I much prefer having a health bar here, because before I had a draw event. Draw, and all it was saying is draw underscore self, because we want the rock to show that it's in fact there. Draw set color C underscore green. Draw text at X Y minus, I don't know, the health bar's there, so let's just put it at 60 for now and have it say how much health is there. So it would just say health and then close. So now we got a health bar and a number. And N. Ooh, did I fuck up? Yes, I did. Arrow underscore mark dot health. What the fuck? Oh, I'm still in the arrow mark code. Ugh. Okay. Delete that. I meant to be in the rock code. Why did I think I was in the rock code? Add event, draw. Yeah, but for the rock, I just had that code for the health. Oh, click my fucking knuckles. Feels good. Play, and then yeah, see, and then it just shows how much health it has in numbers instead of in a bar system. Yeah, I also had draw set underscore font fnt underscore pr. Font pr is my own custom. Well, it's not my custom font. It's Poor Richard, which is what I use for most things. Yeah, but make sure no capitals. Fucks you over every single time. Play, and then there it is. It's already there waiting for me. 4, 3, 2. In fact, I could make it smaller. purple and have it there with the health bar. Ah, see? It's half for 24. 12. I think 12 might still be a bit big, though. That's the only problem. And finding out where it's got to sit on the health bar is going to be... Even had a... Yay! Why is 12 still fucking huge, man? I wish I could actually click on buttons. Oh shit, I can't even change that one. I'm not allowed to change that one. That one has to be 24. Why does that one have to be 24? Because I'm using it elsewhere. This one can be font health bar. Copy. Create new text. Font health bar. Peep. Oh, peep. Where's it gone? Ah, there it is. Poor Richard. Bloody poor bastard. Set it to 8. I don't want fucking any of that anti-aliasing bullshit. Right, it should theoretically, hypothetically work now. It's a bit high. But yeah, it works. It's a little bit high, but it works. It's there. That's the main thing. Probably should set that to something like 35. Yeah, so now you know how to put a health bar in, change the text, well, create a new font for it. Now that's a little bit low, so let's try 45. Let's try 46. Remember, minus is up. And then, yeah, there we go. That works. And if you ever want it to look bigger, then you can just change that. I'm being phoned. Not now. Give me a bit. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, you just change that, make the room bigger, then that'll be bigger. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. If you liked it, press the like button. If you loved it, press the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm sorry. Bye.